What's going on, everyone? Just thought I'd share with something that I'm working on. It's a fan cam generator. If I am a dancer, but also a videographer and also social media content creator. So a lot of the content I usually end up having to make is fan cam content, particularly for myself and dancers in my company. And if you've ever had to do it on CapCut or anything else, like on Premiere or DaVinci, it can get tedious and sometimes it breaks. This is one of the reasons I made this. Um, let's actually show you what it can do. Okay, so I'm gonna load up one of our recent performances. So I go into one of the performances we did last year. This is a pretty decent view. Um, as you'll see at the bottom left, it'll start saying analyzing video. Then whenever you upload it again, open this file again, you can just continue with what you were doing. So the more videos you scan and analyze, it does take up memory. So however, if you do delete it, you'll have to just open and rescan it again. And I do have a 4090, which is, I think, is a pretty good graphics card because I do also do video editing. That does help. So if you're running just off a regular CPU or just anything a little lower, it may take a little slow. So graphics cards may take into account the speed in which it scans, also how big it may scan. So if it is a 4K, 6K, might take a little longer. And if it's a full show, like a 2 hour show, that might take a long time. So I would suggest maybe some segments here and there. But anyway, so that's scanning, so you can see this is about a 5 minute routine. And the reason it's taken a while is because it's literally scanning every single person that's on stage. So it's not just scanning the video, we're scanning one, two, three, four, five, six. That's 18 minutes to scan about six performers right now. And when I do it myself, if it's easy and it's obvious, this might take me a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes. But if there's, say, crossover and it gets messed up, say she crosses over him and it messes up my scan in like Premiere, I have to fix that. Or if you do it manually, that takes a while too. But even though it's 18 minutes, you're going to have 18 ready, six ready to go fan cams. So let's actually go into here how that happens. We're going to go into, let's create a new performer profile. Okay. And before I show you all the other stuff. So this is one of our dancers. We don't have a profile for him yet for the sake of this demo. So we're going to create a new one. We're going to call it wrong name, Deshay. Okay. Essentially, you're getting images from the performance. So there you go. Grab the video, grab an image from the video, and it'll fill up everyone. Grab that, and it'll upload. Once this is done, it'll start actually populating this to help solidify who this person is. And you'll see that once I get there. You can use the images, an image from the video, or you can use headshots, or in our case, we're going to use a thumbnail, which we do thumbnail photos for our YouTube videos. Just pull up one of these, preferably one that shows his face clearly. This one. Cool. And then the more you can add as much as you want, as much headshots you want, thumbnail photos you want, or you can continue grabbing images from here. But the more photos you do add does not make it more accurate. I personally, from what I found, it still does a pretty good job scanning and finding it. I'm gonna let this do this thing for the next 15 minutes, and I'll continue showing you guys the rest of the features. Two things I want you guys to notice when we upload this is if you have a 4K video or 6K video, it will down res it or make it into a smaller resolution, so it's easier to scrub through. Because if you've ever worked with 6K or 8K video or 4K, it chugs like crazy and slows down your computer. So it compresses it so it's a much workable file. So which is why, if you can see it, it's a little bit more pixelated, but it still does. But the images it does pull, it comes from the high resolution version. And I have the audio turned off so that there's no audio in these previews. Based off how I built this, you don't need to. It'll find the best moments of the dance, and in terms of the energy, and you can see, you'll be able to choose which moments you want. And it also saves the processing and analysis. Okay, now that it's done, we now see this populate on the left. So you can see that two photos alone isn't enough to really get the whole thing. And you can see the framing around here in terms of what the dancer is going to look like. So it's going to have some padding. It's going to do its best to keep them centered. So this is just kind of like a preview, though it's not the right person. So what we can do, okay, is there's a button right here called Add Faces from the Scan. I'll find all the moments of this dancer from the scan. You can select all of it and then add selected faces. And that should, there we go, it help with increasing the accuracy. However, if you have like uh, dancers who are like twins or dancers who look alike, you can do that and but add a negative. So you can select all of them and notify that these are not that person, because now you can see the moments where he is likely going to be in it. So, and as I'm scrubbing through this, you can also see all the different dancers that are being scanned. Okay, so let's look for a moment for him. He's not in a whole lot of the routine, which is one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because I wanted to pick a dancer that may not be there in the whole thing, and some might maybe and is in the back line, because I wanted it could have been just easy just to find a dancer who's in front, but he's kind of in the back right here. I wanted to showcase that what this thing can kind of essentially kind of do. So you see that it's found. It's like this is going to be where the crop is. You can update the crop in the settings and how much you want to change how much is seen. But I usually just leave it as is, and from there you can upload. You can generate the fan cam, and it's just the whole thing. Usually, what I've been doing, because this is a feature that I found more useful for myself, is finding all the dance clips, and essentially it finds all the different moments. And these are all just based off my preferences, and I'm open to feedbacks and thoughts from other people. But there's usually the full length, then there's the best 15 seconds, usually then the best 30 seconds, best 45 seconds, and then the best 60 seconds. So those are usually the amount I go to, because I repost a lot of the same videos as trial reels. So that way I'm not throwing the same clip over and over into my my audience. So you can see the preview. He's just lying down. And then if just see this awkward part right here. Okay, I'm just shifting with my arrow right now, how it's kind of gone. And it just picks up there. You can just click it, make that the end point. And then there we go. And if you want to go frame by frame, you can do that. You can use the arrows, or if you can go every 5 frames, or you can just play it. Either way, though, um, that's a pretty straightforward way of being able to navigate through the videos. Again, there is no audio because the main thing is the visual here. So it trims it down, and then from there you can export the whole thing, and then you're done pretty much. And where do these files go to? You can select where the output goes to, any folder that you want. Well, so let's do another dancer. Let's do myself. So as you can see, since I think there's only one of them pretty front and center, but you can see that I'm right there already. It's a little easier to find. I think this one's a slightly longer clip if I find the dance clip. So you can pretty much same thing. At this point, it's kind of redundant, but you can go essentially go as long as you want. So you can export it. It starts generating, and while that's happening, you can get started on another one. Okay, you can just batch this whole process of multiple people. So let's get Brandon, one of the other dancers. Let that load, and it's about pretty accurate. There's several instances of photos of previous performances that we've already loaded. Let me find other dance clips and let that load. So the more we're trying to generate at the same time, the slower it will go, just letting you know. Let me just check out this trim and previews to make sure that it's the clips that I want. Okay, so we got this clip right here. Yep, it's just him. Nice and centered. No crazy cropping here, so we'll use that range. We'll just do the full 17 because it's only a 2-second difference. So we check out this one. So I'm just reviewing at this point. But the upside is like one dancer's done, I'm doing another dancer, and I can continue doing that for the rest of the cast. Okay, so for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to say this is all good to go and export everything here. This one's about done. This is about good to ready to go, and I can get another one go, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to let this finish right here. Then I'm going to open the folder that it was set to. So the thing that I do need to work on is the naming convention, because it does get the whole file name with the dancer name and the clip and the length, which is not exactly pretty. But when I was making this, the point was to try to make the clips instead of an aesthetically beautiful naming convention. I'm gonna mute this because I don't. I actually I'll play it so you can see that there's actual music. I'm gonna mute that because I want to be able to concentrate and talk to you guys. One more. Okay, let me grab one of these. Let's get one of Brandon. Let's get the. I guess I only. Oh, I did. I only got the full clips. It's 18 minutes to scan the whole thing, and then maybe another 10, 15 minutes, maybe to get through your entire cast. But that's all like in one go versus having to do each one manually on CapCut or on Adobe Premiere. So yeah, that's it. If you guys are interested, let me know. I'm only sharing this because this is a tool that I've been wanting for the past few years. Using it, I don't have any backend. I don't have any website or anything like this. I'm just shared with you guys what something I made. Seeing if you guys are interested. Yeah, let me know, and I'll see what I can do in terms of getting this from me to you guys. I already gave this to a couple friends who I think who are also performers who've been using it to give me feedback, and they can use it on their stuff. And again, if you guys want to use this, let me know. I just thought this is a cool tool that's saved me a lot of time in creating fan cams for performers.